Welcome, everyone, to another intriguing journey into history and theology. We are thrilled to have you here today. If you have ever found yourself questioning established historical narratives or seeking a deeper, more comprehensive understanding of religious histories, you are exactly in the right place. Settle in, get comfortable, and make sure to stay with us until the very end, as we are about to unfold a profound and thought-provoking topic that goes far beyond the surface. Today, we are opening a fascinating historical file that has sparked endless debates over the centuries: the marriages and relationships of the Prophet of Islam, Muhammad. When looking into Islamic history, one quickly realizes that this is not a hidden secret, but a widely documented reality. Early historical records, foundational biographies, and ancient texts detail these accounts meticulously, highlighting a life filled with an extraordinary number of marriages. When questions arise regarding why he had so many wives, some often point out that ancient biblical figures like David and Solomon also had multiple wives. However, this comparison overlooks a monumental shift in religious history. Those ancient figures lived before the era of divine grace. They operated under an older, preliminary law, designed for a time when humanity was spiritually separated from God and lacked ultimate spiritual support. But with the arrival of Jesus Christ, humanity was introduced to a new era of divine grace and spiritual completion. Christ did not just continue the old laws, he fulfilled them, elevating human relationships and establishing marriage as a sacred, exclusive bond. The divergence here is significant, as the subsequent Islamic teachings bypassed this era of grace, reverting to a system of multiple wives that echoed those older, incomplete laws. When we delve into the historical archives, the numbers reveal a highly complex domestic life. Historical records collectively identify around 66 women connected to Muhammad throughout his life. This extensive list is generally categorized into 13 official wives, 6 concubines, 30 women who were contracted but whose marriages were never consummated, and 17 others who received proposals without a final contract. The stories behind these women are as varied as they are striking. The list of official wives includes Khadija, who played a foundational role in his early life, as well as the young Aisha. It also includes women who were taken as captives of war, such as Safiya and Juwayriya, and uniquely controversial accounts like the marriage to Zainab bint Jahsh, who was initially married to his adopted son. Beyond the official wives, historical texts document 6 concubines, most notably Maria the Copt, whose presence and motherhood sparked intense jealousy and drama within the household. There is also a fascinating and somewhat tragic group of 30 women who never fully entered his household. Some of these women passed away before ever reaching him, while others actively sought refuge from the marriage. Historical accounts suggest that the established wives, feeling the immense pressure of constant new arrivals, sometimes tricked incoming brides into using a specific phrase, seeking refuge in God from him, which inevitably led to their immediate dismissal. Others simply refused the proposals out of pride or tribal standing. Furthermore, there were instances of temporary marriages, a practice historically documented as being permitted for the sake of passing pleasure. A common justification for this vast number of relationships is that these marriages were primarily charitable acts to protect the widows of fallen warriors, or strategic political moves to unite various tribes and spread the faith. However, a closer examination of the historical data challenges these explanations. Out of the dozens of women, only a very small fraction were actually widows of martyrs. Additionally, many of the women belonged to the same tribe, were already relatives, or were captured in battles, which heavily weakens the argument of diplomatic tribal alliances. So what was the underlying cultural reality? In the context of ancient Arabian society, acquiring a large number of women, much like acquiring fine horses, was often viewed as the ultimate symbol of worldly pleasure, wealth, and status. It was a cultural landscape where an abundance of women was deeply associated with masculine prowess and virility. Women were, in many ways, treated as commodities within a patriarchal framework that celebrated physical prowess and dominance. This brings us to a profound philosophical and spiritual contrast. In the teachings that preceded Islam, specifically within the Christian grace, marriage is not about accumulation, fulfilling worldly desires, or demonstrating power. Instead, it is a profoundly sacred spiritual partnership based on mutual love, where women are honored and respected as equals. It is a divine design that moves away from treating individuals as possessions, elevating them instead through the transformative power of divine grace and mutual respect. As we reflect on these historical differences, it becomes clear how much our spiritual frameworks shape our understanding of human dignity, love, and our ultimate path. History is not just about the past, it is a mirror reflecting the deeper truths of our existence. Thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive today. We hope this exploration has provided you with valuable insights and a fresh perspective on a highly complex topic. If you found this discussion meaningful and thought-provoking, we would love for you to become a part of our growing community. Feel free to subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and share your own thoughts and reflections in the comments below. Your perspective is incredibly valuable to us, and we look forward to seeing you in our next exploration.